Are we okay? We got to fucking... we've got to do the fucking shit that we need for fucking drug abuse. No! No! Are you listening?
Lorne in the USA, I was Lorne in the USA, headed down to Bowling Green. I told Chris she's supposed to be 13, yeah. Lorne in the USA. Yep, that was cringeworthy and embarrassing, I know. Let's see if I can make it through this time. Sunday, chill. But I'm going to bring up something I've had on my mind for a couple weeks. Lorne has what I call control chair disorder. Okay? This is a guy who believes his naked body, which the back and the butt have no separation, he looks like a hairless Yeti, even though he's got weird pubic hair all over his body. Compared to a Yeti, he's hairless. Sitting his hairless Yeti body in a rancid, rotten chair next to a phone, propped up in a window in the trailer of failure, the only location where cell phone reception occurs, and a stupid Bluetooth on his ear. He believes he is controlling the world from his little Cornville corner. One thing I will say about Lorne is he is the Cornville catfish probation. He is on probation, and he has to register and take classes to be a better person, and they have to monitor everything and treat him like a child. And Lorne has been treated like an idiot his entire life because he is an idiot. And he's been treated like a child because he is a child. He will never grow up. He will never have the chance to be a parental figure, which is why he takes the only thing he knows, probation, and applies it to these women. He tries to put restrictions on them of who they can talk. You remember the whole Dan and Emma thing. Emma, you and Winnie can talk, and me and Dan can talk. And you can only talk with her when we've got so-and-so on the phone. He's got all these weird restrictions. And the first time Lorne had restrictions put on him by Ramona, you saw what happened. Don't you ever mention restrictions to me ever again. He doesn't do well when things don't go his way. And any information he gets, he's going to hold it over their head. And I'm going to use an example. Ramona was going on a date with a therapist. She told Emma the therapist had a nice butt. So naturally, Lorne found out about it. They called. Lorne was on mute on three-way. Emma was talking to Ramona. Naturally, Lorne wasn't supposed to say anything, so he pops out of mute, starts raging. But it wasn't until they got on a one-to-one call where the abuse came out again, as he's screaming at her, telling her he's a changed man and he's not abusive anymore. And he keeps throwing it in her face about her seeing... He tries to force her not to go on the date. He's trying to tell her how to dress. He's trying to tell her that she's not allowed to sit next to him. She's telling him they're not boyfriend and girlfriend, which no adult should ever be boyfriend-girlfriend with someone. You're either in a relationship or you're not. There are different levels of relationship, and none of them are boyfriend-girlfriend. Lorne is a moron. Moving on. Do you remember with Casey when Lorne told Dan her secret, caused the whole night from hell? Well, later on it would come up that Lorne had also told Emma. And Casey said, why did you tell Emma? And Lorne said, well, you had already talked to Emma, so she already knew. Think about that. Imagine if I was talking to you, and I said, hey, you've already talked to Cybersqueak. So naturally, Cybersqueak must know everything I know, even though I don't have a clue what you and Cybersqueak talked about. I'm just going to assume that you told her all of your personal private secrets. Or him, sorry. I don't know the gender. I'm just using the name because I recognize it. So Lorne assumed that Emma knew everything simply because she talked to Casey. Then when Casey asked him why he told Dan, instead of saying, I know, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, it was my bad, what Lorne did was say, well, you guys were already cheating on me at the time. Not, I'm sorry, or I shouldn't have divulged your traumatic, shame inducing secret to someone who didn't really need to know. Because that's all he knows. Anything Winnie did, the coke, he was always talking to her about, lecturing her about the coke. You don't need it. He was basically projecting what probation is telling him onto Winnie, onto Roy. He was always trying to give advice. He knew most about medical advice. Lorne knows everything. There should be, okay, a TV show about Lorne would be Lorne Knows Everything, a sitcom. And then if they make a movie about him, it should be called Call Me Back, Please. Because his whole life is, call me back, please. If you could call me back, I appreciate it. He's got like different levels of call me back. But anyway, side note there. I've never seen a more manipulative, I guess arrogance would be right up there too. The way he talks to people, the way he demands things of them. He doesn't understand that this little group of friends that he has, yelling and screaming at them because they allow him to, is not a good plan. Dishing all of their information that they give him is not a good plan. Lorne has never kept a secret because, again, he has nothing to talk about. If someone else has something going on in their life, it becomes his information to talk about. Will's secret, Winnie's secret. How many of these so-and-so's secrets have you seen? Or how many times has he put his foot down? Don't you ever do this again. Don't you ever do that again. I think this all stems from the fact that when Lorne got out of prison, his life changed. Do you remember how he goes mental about people being on the internet? How would you feel about not having internet privileges? Who are you up on all night on the internet with? Who are you on the phone all night with? Lorne has so many restrictions on him. And that doesn't help. So he tries to put those restrictions on these women. But Lorne knows he doesn't have the technology that everyone else has. So he's already at a disadvantage. He's balding, looks like a melted human ice cream cone, and that doesn't help. And these women, as far as I can tell, are all supposed to be younger and pretty. I don't know about all of them, but I'm assuming that because that's the only way Lorne would stay, even though he said, I don't care what you look like. Oh, obviously, Lorne, because you just fall in love with people that you don't know anything about. You hand out your social security number like candy. You should be focusing on yourself, trying to make yourself better. You shouldn't be going out and being a whirlwind and being disruptive in other people's lives. You shouldn't be out there trying to make them do what you want them to do to make yourself feel better. Because without these catfish women, you have no outlet for your anger. Without them, you are nothing but a guy sitting in a trailer of failure with no job, no prospects, no chance of ever having sex or getting a woman. And you're going to be on the sex offender registry for the rest of your life. And you deserve to be, because you are dangerous. So stop taking all the restrictions that are on you. Stop using the fact of your transgressions are being held against you for something that was very serious. And now you're holding these catfish women accountable for things that are so inconsequential that you shouldn't even be focused on them. Stop pretending you are the catfish probation officer, because you're not, Lorne. And that's what he does. The same control that's put over him is the same control he wants to put over them. The next time you listen to one of these calls, I want you to put yourself in the mindset that he's trying to be the probation officer for them. He's trying to get them in line. He's trying to make sure they don't step left or right. They need to walk the Lorne line. And the only way he can do that sometimes is by accusing them of Xavier Von Erck, cheating, more cheating. I mean, how many times have you heard Lorne say, if you cheat on me one more time, we're done? That's The first time would have been enough, my friend. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there, and that's my challenge to you. Pretend that he's a probation officer. Next time he's talking to somebody with a substance abuse problem or sex addiction or trying to go out and party, he's not allowed to do anything, so they shouldn't be allowed to do anything either. That's just my opinion. I love you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next one.